welcome back to our show once again. My name is Mrs. Augustina and happy welcome my friend.
Glorynezemma. Welcome back to our sweet home, Africa. Once again, it's a pleasure to have you as our viewer. Okay, so we have another great topic. Do you want to hear our topic?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so our topic today is preserving our family legacies.
Whoa, that's a great topic.
Exactly.
I love it.
All right,
Ooh.
so in Africa, we have so many family legacies. We have families that plant cocoa. We have families that plant yam. We have families that do so many things. But unfortunately, when our parents die, our grandparents die, those things disappear in our lineage. So that's why my friend and I were here today, so that we can advise people on how to, preserve your family legacies so that what your parents labored will not be in vain. All right, so my dear friend, you grew up in Africa.
Yes, I did.
So what did your mother used to do when she was alive?
Oh, my mommy used to do, local farming, because I don't remember us buying our food from the store. What I mean, not fish though, because we buy fish and meat from the store, but when it comes to vegetables and cassava, that's the main thing we try. I'll call it trade by barter, because we have to go sell it, and then the money we utilize from there, we can buy meat or buy fish, depending on how much you earn. So
she was a farmer?
Yes.
Okay.
She was a farmer because my father had a lot of land, and she's the only wife.
Okay.
And not only that, within our locality, when somebody got burnt, so my mother, I think she get it from her mother, who get it from her mother. They used to, like when somebody get burnt with hot water or just fire, doing something, they get burnt. So they will bring people to her, and she will do whatever concussion that will take, and then she will put it on them and on that that area. And before you know it, you won't even see a scar. But unfortunately, none of us paid attention. It's 10 of us.
Wow.
No single one of us, I don't even know they have. And I wish I paid attention, because I wasn't paying attention, because I thought it wasn't my business.
Because actually that was exactly what I was going to ask you. I said, did one of your siblings, pay attention to what your mother used to do?
No.
So because actually, you know what I would call your mom? So she was a wound care specialist.
Yes.
She was
a nurse.
Exactly. But it happened that, you see, none of your siblings went to that lineage.
No, we didn't pay attention. What happened growing up in those days, because I'm from old school, their intention is for their children to go to school
and get Western education.
Exactly. So that if the white people or any other person, so they don't go out looking for who will help them do, as far as anything, book writing, letters or whatever is concerned. So they want to have their own child, that when they turn around, you will be able to go to the city, acquire a job, and change the situation at home. So on doing that, there are so many things that I in particular should have paid more attention to, but unfortunately I did not pay attention to it. And that's how, that lineage, because she got it from her mother, who got it from her mother, so the whole thing, either she couldn't pass the torch, or she was passing it,
but none
of us reached out to get it. And we are not the only family. I know that in Africa, that's have been like the order of the day. When some parents want their children to go out instead of enhancing what they already started. So let me
thank you so much, because I really like how you pushed the point deeper by bringing your family story.
Yeah.
And that's exactly where we're going, because a lot of families, actually, especially people that are all in the Western world, many of them have things in their families that are like a lineage. Let's use, for example, there's some people that their parents used to plant cocoa. And And then there were cocoa farmers, and they did very well in those days. But the children have grown up, and none of them want to go through, want to go to that line in terms of planting cocoa. But I mean, this is the advice that I'm going to give you, and then I'll let my friend, go a little deeper. If your father used to plant cocoa, and this is, I mean, your family, they are known for cocoa business. At this age, even if you have acquired education, what you could do is even to modernize the cocoa farm by either, helping them with the cocoa planting, and then even the production aspect in terms of using the cocoa to make chocolate and do other things. You can even use your Western education and then modify what your father used to do. Instead of leaving the cocoa farm to die completely, nobody's taking care of it, so your family legacy will be gone completely. So that's what my friend and I were talking about. So my friend, go ahead.
My dear, I look at it, what people say that grass is greener on the other side. So a whole lot of us, are not meant to be wild when they go outside the country or the continent. But when they see people that come, they don't know what they went through. They will abandon, their own family business. I know people that used to do shoes, like make the shoes from the beginning, because that's what family was doing. They were feeding on that, and the child went to school, graduated, and come out. Oh, you have to go to, you have to travel outside the country. They have to sell the shoe business. They sold the shoe business. They sold their lands, and when they get there, unfortunately, they forget the child don't have the proper documentation to be in the country. The child was deported. Now when he came home, the parents' hope everything was gone. Exactly. But if he had, like you just said, start traveling out or stay in that particular state or city or country, and you do the shoes, you can turn into making the army shoes. You just do whatever you have to expand your family without acquiring so much education like you did now. What they started, and they help to feed the family as you grow up. So what did they do? They want to travel out, because everybody think the dollar is winning or the pounds is winning or any other kind of currency. You want to go out, but over there, when you get there, you'll find out that it's dead end. So the point I'm making is, when you come over here, even over here, some people that do construction, they go with their children. Exactly. Some people that are lawyers, you will see some kind of, let's say, I can use my own last name, Anyanwu and Anyanwu. Exactly. You know why? Your father already started it. You don't have to go look for building. Your father have some kind of furnitures towards that particular field. So when you come in after your schooling everything, you're not going to start from the scratch, because somebody already paved the way for you. That's true. Your father already have clientels, and you are not starting from the beginning. All you have to do is to get Modernize or the modern equipment, so that you can, have a younger blood, a younger hand in whatever that is already established. Then you bring your own people, and your father will be there too, and help you work together, and you build it up. But if it's, Africans, like my friend said, your father work on cocoa, you don't want to get dirty. That's how you look at it, as a dirty business. But you forget that you can expand it, acquire more land, employ people to work. You don't have to do it all by yourself. Your father was doing it alone because that's what he could do at that particular time. So, but you want your father to sell that business or go mortgage the business and send you out where the future is not, I know the future you cannot predict, but over there, you are clueless what you're going to do when you get there. And eventually, you will make your father go back to poverty square one. That's true. Because either you get deported or you don't have the documents needed in that country to work. And maybe you don't even have no skills to do the job there. So Africans, we need to start thinking, what do my father used to do? Exactly. What do my family used to do? What do my mother used to do? What have I seen my uncle do? So we need to know, look around, there is work to be done. Exactly. And actually, I know you zeroed on the men, but let me go to the women a little bit, because
I mean, we've seen a lot of people from different countries. We've seen people from Kenya, we've seen people from Ghana, we've seen people from Zimbabwe. And then when you talk to them, especially the ones that are living in the Western world, they will tell you that, you know, when they were young, their mother used to either make beads or weave or do something. And then sometimes I ask them, I say, what are you doing over here in the Western world? Why don't you go and manage your mother's business there? And they're like, oh, you know what? She used to do it in the village. But once again, what you could do, you could modernize it, bring it from the village to the city. So they can be, you can even mobilize some women to, you know, continue that trade. If it is weaving, they can still weave. And then what you do, you can even do the business aspect of it to bring it to the city. Because that's why are we bringing this up. That's what Westerners do. And that's why each generation is doing better than the other. Because they continued from that lineage, like my friend said. If your mother used to do this, and that means she has paved the way for you. When you start, when you continue, your life will be easier. Even the doctors here, almost every family that have doctors, it's almost like a lineage. Their children will become doctor and they will continue the legacy. Every other thing that they do in the diaspora, even the construction company that you said, is family line. Everything in the Western world. So that's why they kept their, you know, their prosperity in every family. But it looks like African family will start from the beginning. Everybody starts from the beginning. Every generation starts from the beginning. And that's why we're not prospering that much. So why don't we go back to what our parents used to do? Think about it. I mean, even if you have other siblings, what we're saying, it doesn't mean that everyone in that family will be in that business. But let's say if you have 3 or 4 of you, at least one of you can continue that legacy. And you will see that you will do well because this is what you brought to, this is what your family, God gave, this is a gift. That's what I call it, it's a gift of Abraham that God gave your family. So if you continue that lineage, you will prosper. That's, I mean, I don't know other areas that you wanted to go into.
What about this? When
the weaving.
You're talking about women.
Exactly.
So the weaving, you know, we used to, growing up, I used to see people weave, you know, all this, we call it akwete. They weave it and they give people employment. Remember that. Once you open that business, you cannot work there alone. You have to employ people. That means you're creating jobs for other people. You're feeding another mouth. And then you're there, day in, day out. You're looking for a different design. You make it the way it will fit. Not running out to go buy it from people that don't even use it. So you're taking the money out of Africa. So we want some of those things to be made in the continent.
Exactly.
In the country, particular country, or you can even, you go across country, like one country to another. Great job. Use your talent. Do not let the legacy of your father or mother or even uncle or grandmother, don't bury it with them.
Actually, when you're talking, I'm sorry to, when you finish, actually.
Go ahead, go ahead before
you know, like a simple one, actually, where we come from. We have a lot of wine tappers. These are people that climb the tree to get the, I'm telling you, it's so simple. But when you look at it, if your father used to be a wine tapper, what you could do now is to learn how to refine the wine, and then bring it out. It becomes a business. Even palm oil. There's some people that their family, they have like a whole farm, acres of land that they plant palm trees. What you could do, once again, continue that legacy.
Yes.
And then you start producing oil in any part of Africa that you're from. So please go back. All the Africans in the Western world, go back, ask your father, ask your mother. If your parents are dead, find out from your uncle, find out from anyone what your family used to do. And I'm telling you, if you continue in that line and modernize it, you will prosper in Africa.
That's right.
And people will come to you instead of you going to someone else.
For a job.
Yes. All right, it's a very short episode, so I don't know if you have more things to say.
Yeah, not even furnitures. We call them carpenters growing up. They build, people that build houses. I look at it now, we ship our chairs back home. We order chairs from other continents. All of you know that.
When we have trees.
So we don't need to talk about where those things come from. And we have our Iroko trees. We have trees that are durable.
That's true.
So when we make it, it becomes made in that your particular or state or that country. It can go across states. It will be cheaper. You will create job, and then everybody will be able to feed. But when you go out, and put those mess in a, excuse my expression, and put your chair or your bedroom furniture, even a mattress, you take them and put it in a plane and take home. So I don't know what that means. Maybe we don't have enough carpenters, or we don't have enough people that make furniture. So patronize. There was one we did. We said we have to patronize our products.
Exactly.
We need to start being proud of who we are. We said it before, our culture. When you are so proud of your name, you are so proud of your food, you are so proud of even your language, and then you'll be so proud to use the things that are made
furniture
in that country.
Exactly.
Things like your furnitures. Stop ordering out. You're taking the money and send it out. So let's try look around within and know that the cost effectiveness of it is great.
Exactly.
So let's do what? Let's start looking for people around us, your neighbors, those that do that kind of job. And if your mother or your father or anybody you know that do it in your own, in your compound, don't start going outside to look for a job. Learn. You will be there trying to help out, and you're learning how to do the job. Before you know it, you can modernize your own. Maybe they use a hammer. Now you got to find something else that you're not going to be hidden. So that's how a country develops. That's how a continent will be free. The indigenous will be free. All our indigenous, I mean the Africans, all of us will be free. We won't be running out back and forth. We just want that job. Create job, create job. Cannot be only the government that can create job. You can create job by picking up from your father what they used to do those days. Modernize it. Add to it. We have that God-given wisdom. Add something to it. Make it attractive so that you can be able to go and give your neighbor a job. Give your neighbor, feed your neighbor's children. You don't have to be giving people money. You can teach them. You can show them how to do it, what to do, and make a daily living. So, my dear.
Thank you so much, my friend. You said it all, because actually, where we are, this is exactly how, they built their own nation. So we can't just be running around going to where the bed is already made. We have to learn how to make our beds in Africa. That's our point. So you can't leave yourself, you can't leave your bed unmade and then run to another people that have already made their beds. So this is how they started to be where they are today. So if we can go back to what our families used to do and go little by little, just like my friend said, we can also build ourselves up. So that we can't just be ignoring everything that we have. It's almost like the furniture that she mentioned and so many other things that we import. How many people usually go to Africa to
import all those things?
Exactly. I know sometimes some of you might say, oh, you have people that travel to Africa. Sometimes they go there just to buy souvenirs.
Or to sell you belts.
Exactly.
To sell shoes to you. Why somebody, your next door neighbor makes his own shoes.
Exactly.
But somebody will come and sell you shoes. You will go out to go buy belt. To come and sell it in the country. So
exactly.
I don't think that's fair.
So please, let us not be our own worst enemies. We talk about poverty and poverty and poverty and poverty. How are we going to get out of that poverty? It's us that will get us out of that poverty. So we have to go back, once again, patronize our products, go back to our family legacies, and then concentrate on things that we have. Not just ignore everything that we have and believe that whatever other people have, those ones are the best. So that's our problem in Africa. Let's go back, lift our families up so that our family legacies will not die. Our parents used to do a lot of things, our grandparents used to do a lot of things. But please do not let their dreams die, because these are gifts that God gave them.
You're right.
And it should not, disappear in our own generation. Let's go back and reconnect to our family legacies. All right, so that's our episode today.
Yeah, because you know, over here, some people are fishermen, they go fishing.
Exactly.
Back home, the youth, you know, if you know that your lineage, that there are fishermen that used to be there, please
go back to fishing.
Go back to fishing.
That's true.
If there used to be hunters, you
go
can
back
be
to
able
hunting.
to supply meat to people.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look into our own individual lives and see how we can help to change even that city, even that village, even the whole country, and then you can spill it out, and you will help to make Africa better and a more, you know, a more desirable place for people to live, instead of us running outside the country, thinking that grass is green at the other side.
Yes.
So,
all right, we're done. So thank you so much once again for being our viewer. And actually, I know we said it before, we are the parents of Africa. So no matter what we're doing, no matter where we are, nobody is going to fix Africa but us. So let's just start.
And work together.
Little. Exactly.
Let's work together. It might take time. It's a process.
Yes.
But we can get it done.
Yes.
Once we start, even if we don't get it done in our own generation, the younger ones are going to pick it up. That's why we say, let's not let our legacy perish.
Yeah,
let's start something, and then our children coming will follow. So we want to build a better Africa.
Thank you. So thank you once again for being our viewer, and then watch us again next week at our sweet home, Africa. May God bless you.
All right, bye. Thank you for watching us. All right, bye.